Welcome back to Episode 8 of the Who's Keeping Score podcast, where three lifelong friends talk about sports beyond the stats. I'm sorry to our listeners about last week. We did not be able to record because our fellow podcast member Jaden graduated from law school, so we had to take a week off.
Yeah.
So
Like,
congratulations, Jaden, uh, future lawyer right there. But today's episode, we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. We're recording on May 30th, so this is after the Thunder made the playoffs, but we'll get into that when it gets to that segment. Our viewers said that they enjoyed the 20 questions that we did last week, so we're going to do another 20 questions this week. We're going to move on to our draft, where we have an all-time starting lineup draft using a wheel of random teams. So we'll spin the wheel, whoever that team lands on, you pick a player from that team, and then once that player is drafted, he is no longer able to be picked by anybody else. And then we have our sports trivia, non-sports trivia. All right.
Do it.
So this is also after game 5 of the Knicks Pacers, where the Knicks won. So now it's a 3-2 Pacers Knicks series.
All right. So I have a question to start from to Jaden. So if the Knicks come back and win the series, the finals will be Knicks Thunder, and it will be flop central. Are you excited for the battle of unethical hoops between
so
SGA and Brunson?
I am a firm believer. I do not believe in this unethical hoops BS. I don't want to hear it because we're paying these guys to win games, and if the NBA wants to call it that way, they can call it that way. Do I love watching it? No, not really. But also, let's really talk about Shea on one side is shooting like 8 free throws a game. Like something like it's not a high number of free throws a game when you're leading the league in scoring. Like it's not even a realistic like argument that people are making. Like I don't want to hear it with Shea and then Brunson on the other side. I mean, I'm just rooting for New York, so I can't really say too much.
Yeah, a lot of the fouls that are being called on SGA are not really shooting fouls. They're more just like hand checks that they just call it.
Correct.
So he's not shooting a lot of free throws, but like you go near him, he flops his head back, and they call it a foul every time. So yeah, his free throws have gone down, but his flopping has not gone down.
He's also averaging 11 free throws attempted in the
Is it?
playoffs.
And the,
But I think the issue isn't the amount of free throws that he's getting. The issue is that it's changing the way that people are defending him
Hmm.
because they know they can't get near him or he'll back up and then flail forward and then they'll get in foul trouble, even if it's not a shooting foul.
okay, so then the issue is with the league calling the game that way. If you have a problem with it, and I understand having a problem with it, tell the refs to stop
Right,
calling the
but
game that way.
my
100%.
But you
issue
can
is my issue
they
is
can't
that
blame the player for playing the
my
game
issue
the
is
way
that
it's
it's
being
only
called.
being called that way for him.
And he's actually the first superstar to get their
No,
own
but
calls.
if
Shea
you
Gilgeous
if you
Alexander.
watch a Thunder game, if you watch a Thunder game and see the way that Lou Dort and Alex Caruso guard people, and then see how what calls
You're
SGA
bugging.
is getting for the other team, they're not calling it the same way at all. And that is, I'm like, that's
And
unethical. That's why I'm saying unethical
then
hoops.
that's again an issue with the league. That's not SGA. SGA can only play the game that is being called for him. He can't be
100%.
like, damn, I'm sorry that Anthony Edwards isn't getting a foul call, so I'm not going to try to get fouled.
It's
100%.
annoying.
And it's one of those things too
I
where
get the frustration, but the frustration isn't with Shea Gilgeous Alexander. Frustration is with the NBA and Adam Silver.
Bro, he just falls. Like I understand what you're saying, that it's not his fault that the refs are calling it, it's the league's fault, but he also just falls and then looks at the ref and then the ref will call foul.
But also, how many times does he get fouled and they don't call it too? Because he also does
Not
this
very often.
a lot of times. Like there'll be possessions where he gets hit 3 or 4 times, flops on the fourth one, and then you're mad because that one wasn't the actual foul when it happened 3 times
No,
up to that.
I'm mad because it's not that he is the only person that will get that whistle,
Again,
which is
it's
annoying.
not the first time a superstar has gotten their own whistle, and it won't be the last. I agree with you. It's frustrating. It's not
yeah.
fair.
And it's
But
Yeah,
Like that's the way the league has been.
it's
And
another
It's more
thing too.
they're winning
call
games. I'm sorry, Alex, you can
Adam
go.
Silver.
You can go
Yeah,
in a second. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're winning games. Everybody's saying they have the most dominant defense ever, right? And they're winning games because of their defense. They and they don't get a call. They don't get like fouls called on them, and then SGA goes and trips on his own feet, and then the other team is half their players are fouled out by halftime,
I
and you're like, okay,
understand.
of course you're gonna lose.
I'm not disagreeing with the frustration. Like I get it. I see it too. But what I'm saying is, what would you like them to do? They shouldn't show, they should boycott the games because they're getting more foul calls than the other team.
No, I understand what you're
Like,
saying.
Yeah, and
As
it's
as a viewer, I find it unethical.
so
well, give your hate to the
And Brunson
league,
does the same
not
thing.
yeah,
to the
Brunson
team that
does
is
do the
trying to
same
win.
thing. So
Uh,
two things. One, shout out Alex Caruso. He is one of the better defenders I've ever seen in basketball, but he should be fouled out by the first half every game.
He's
Every
an
game.
amazing defender, but
Incredible defender.
he
I mean, he should be fouled out
yes,
every game, every single game.
yes,
And two, it's
Luke
one of those
Dort
things
back.
where Lou Dort be hacking, but it's one of those things too where the normal fouls on SGA, like the fouls that they have been calling, are not fouls. So then when they actually do a hard foul, it's always a flagrant or a technical. Like every single time, it's like
Yeah,
hand check, regular, nothing like hand check, no contact, calls the foul because he flops, and then Nas Reed
got a
comes in
hand
and
check.
sets a screen, and it's an actual illegal screen. Like it is
yeah.
a
You saw
foul.
Jaden McDaniels shoving
Yeah,
to
he
the
just
ground,
and then
and
it's
then in the
boom,
post game, he was like,
tech.
"I actually wanted to foul him for
Exactly.
once."
So the normal fouls are now
Wait, are we
being
saying Jaden McDaniels two-hand
no
push to the
his
back?
two-handed
No,
push.
he shoved it out at him for
Okay,
sure.
No,
I was
they've
about to
been,
say.
but Nas Reed. I don't know if you guys watched in Game 5. Nas Reed set an illegal screen,
That's it.
automatic flagrant, because it was significantly more,
Mm,
collision than a normal call is. But it
yeah.
wasn't
I've
anything out of
never
the
known to call
ordinary.
him.
But
I have not noticed this, so I can't really speak on
Uh,
it, but I can see how that would be very
yeah.
frustrating.
So
yeah,
I,
Like I can
before I feel like
imagine.
we should talk about the Knicks Pacers series, but
I
I kind of
agree.
wanted to wrap up the Thunder Wolves series real quick because we haven't since we missed last week, we didn't get a chance to talk about it all that much. I feel like the Wolves kind of just went out sad.
Hmm.
Like
Big
Anthony
time.
Edwards is supposed to be the new face of the NBA,
Hmm.
and in elimination games, he's putting up like 10 shots.
Yeah. Yeah, they are doubling. They are 100% doubling. They're making sure he doesn't score. But he had like 4 shot attempts in the first half with two
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the best
And
player.
yes, they're doubling, but like
Get your shots up.
when Kobe was the face of the league, were they not doubling Kobe? When LeBron's the face of the league, were they not doubling LeBron?
100.
Like they're gonna, if you're the face of the league and your team is on the brink of elimination, go and get a bucket. I don't care about
An
being
opportunity
doubled.
to be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Julius
Yeah,
Randle
no.
is horrible,
Oh,
except for when he's not
I
playing.
have been waiting for
Bro.
this. I don't know if I said it on the pod or if we were just talking about it, but I've been the biggest Julius Randle hater for years. And then when he cooked the Lakers, I was like, okay, like I gotta kind of give him his respect. And then he freaking folds again. And
Over
I was just,
this
So
playoffs,
bad, dude.
this playoffs, he was the most 0 or 100 player, I think, in the
Ever.
entire playoffs. He was
mm,
either unbelievable and looked like, even with
like,
SGA on the court, like the best player on the court
hmm
at
Hmm.
times, and then he would be the worst player on the court at other times and just turn the ball over and go back to shooting like weird step back threes. I'm like, dude, this is not your game at
And
all.
another thing with the Timberwolves is all of their role players are either ridiculous or
I
terrible.
was just about to say that. Nikhil
Don,
Walker, Alexander Walker, Dante
Don,
DiVincenzo,
and
Naz Reid,
Jaden McDaniels all either
yes, and
have
Jaden McDaniels.
10 plus or zero.
Yes,
And
100%. And they will get shots up
they
though.
will
So
100% get shots up.
they went in like the first game that they lost, they were like 1 for 28 from three between the four of them.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell is happening?
And Gobert should never attempt a shot. He
He is.
never should even try to score the basketball.
Do we think that dollar dollar per minute, he's the worst NBA player off, like maybe not defensively, but offensively? If you go by his contract amount and
Making
how
way
many
too
points he
much
scored,
from what he's.
dollar per bucket, he may be the most expensive player ever.
It's unbelievable. And
It
it's
was
one
like
of
when
those,
Jan Mahimi signed that six for
yeah,
or four
yep,
for 68.
yep, to the
We're like,
good
dude,
old Wizards.
what are we
Um,
doing?
it's one of those things like in,
Wizard, your weekly Wizards banter.
yeah,
Sorry.
dude. When Gobert got the ball at like a little behind the dunker spot, so like a foot or two behind, like outside of the block, and the nearest person was under the basket. And he stared at the basket with like 3 seconds of not moving and then handed the bell off. And I'm like, there is nobody in a 6 foot ring of you, and you are five
Seven,
feet from the basket
Bro,
as a seven
everything,
three.
footer. And he didn't
everything
even
he
attempt to shoot it.
every time that he does something outside of catch and dunk, he looks so awkward.
Yeah, that
Like
little
he tried to do a
pirouette.
little like spin move into a lefty hook, and he takes like 8 steps because he doesn't know where his feet are, and then he missed everything, and it was like that Stephen A. Smith rant about what's his name, Kwame Brown, where
Hmm.
he was like, his hands are small, he can't catch a ball, his feet don't move, he doesn't know how to use his legs, and I'm like, this is Rudy Gobert, except he's a little bit taller and can block shots.
Exactly.
Will average 5 blocks a game.
Yes,
Yep. So good job, Thunder. You guys
yes,
look.
congratulations to the Thunder.
Congratulations
You
to
will
I
them.
probably win.
I wanted to
Yep.
I wanted to go back to the Anthony Edwards thing. I don't remember who I heard say it, but somebody said we are kind of like rushing him, I guess. Whereas in turn of SGA is 3 years older than him and has been in the league 3 years longer, and like this playoff series like really emphasized how important that 3 year gap is.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but I think I do
Yes,
think we're
but
kind of
100%.
giving Anthony Edwards, like, I don't think he's there yet. Like, I think he's still, what,
He's
22, maybe?
23, I think.
no,
23?
Yeah.
he's our age. I think he's 23 or 24. But
So,
do we think that it's like a kind of similar uh whatchamacallit archetype, like career archetype to Tatum, where Tatum had a lot of success at the beginning of his career, and so then because
starting,
you saw like everybody was like, oh, if he doesn't do this in X amount of years, then he's been a
yeah,
failure, even though people are like, he's still 25.
yeah.
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. I think Tatum's teams were a lot better, though. Like, I think Tatum lost with really good
Yeah.
teams. But I
Yeah.
guess the other side of that argument was a lot of those years where Tatum was losing to prime LeBron.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, I can see the similarity, though, for sure.
100%. 100%. Jacob is frozen on my screen. I don't know if he is for
Yeah.
you. Oh, there you are.
Is he back?
You cut out for a second, Jacob.
Yeah, I was frozen.
So yeah. So now going over to the Knicks and Pacers. What a series it's been, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the better games, I mean, games like game by game series I've watched in a really long time.
Mhm.
The first
Halliburton,
3 games.
the first 3 games, Halliburton in game four to make them go up 3-1. Top 10 single performance playoff game of all time.
Yeah,
It's kind
I
of
think so.
32, 15, and 10 with 0 turnovers.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
first player ever.
Unbelievable. But the Knicks, I mean, the Knicks looked really good last night. But the Pacers also didn't look good. Like it wasn't like
I
they
think,
looked great. The Pacers didn't play to the caliber that they should have.
in my opinion, it looked more like the Pacers didn't care and wanted to win at home versus the Knicks figuring something out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like the Pacers looked horrible. None of their starters besides Siakam scored over 10 points.
Yeah, it was bad.
so that's what bothers me about Halliburton is like he has these like phenomenal games,
Yep.
and then he has these games where he just like is non-existent on the court,
Yep.
and that's
Yep,
been his
I agree.
whole career, and it's actually the most frustrating thing to have from like a superstar or in the playoffs in a closeout game in the Garden. Like people are known for having the craziest games. Away players are known for having the craziest games in the Garden,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't show up like
Yep.
that. After what you're saying is one of the greatest playoff games we've ever seen. Like that.
100%. And then there's
It's kind of
Brunson.
weird. Like playoffs, superstars don't do that. There's been an argument about if he's a superstar or not. He had 35, or what did you say? 35, 15, and 10,
Yeah, something like
something
that.
like that. And then the game after that, he had 8, 6, and 2.
Like,
And like there superstars don't do that in
100%.
back-to-back games.
100%.
and there are games where if you don't know anything, like if you weren't paying attention to the league at all, and you knew basketball, and you just sat down and watched them play, you would not be able to pick him out as the best player on the Pacers.
Not at all.
And then there are games
Yeah,
where he looks like he's the best player on the planet. Like, and it makes me like absolutely
Yeah,
that
that's a
just
good point.
bothers me
it's
so
so
much.
confusing. And it's one of those things too where it's like Brunson, yeah, he gets up a lot of shots,
Mhm.
but he will put up 30 with ease every game.
Like you know what you're getting out of Jalen Brunson
100%.
night in and night out,
100%.
and you live with it as your coach. You live with that, and sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yep.
Live with it. Halliburton, you have no idea what you're getting on a nightly basis.
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
like he was like had 8 points on like four shots. Like he didn't even shoot the ball.
Like
Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
he was 0 for 2 from three halfway through the third quarter. And I'm like, you are a like yeah, obviously that's not your best part of your game, but you can shoot the ball. And
Yeah, he finished over 2.
0 for 2. Oh, he finished 0 for
Yeah.
2. Yeah, like get shots up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the game before that, he was like 7 for 9.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but I mean, obviously, Pacers fan through and through. I know Jaden is not, but let's go Pacers. And either way, I don't know how anybody can match up with the Thunder.
Yeah.
I think the Thunder might have a, you know,
But I think the Pacers guard like the Thunder guard though.
yes,
They
they
do.
do.
Like
100%.
the
Yes.
Pacers guard the ball.
Yes, it is awesome. It is
And
awesome to watch.
they might run into that same issue if they make the finals with them guarding the ball too hard and getting into foul trouble early. Like that might become a real problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they let both sides play, then I think that would be a really good series.
They have a lot of like good defending wings to throw at SGA,
Yep.
Mhm.
whether it be Neesmith or Nemhard or Matherin. Like a lot of people can switch out and stick him.
Yep.
So
And
And
it
that's
was,
what I
see.
noticed about Game 4 too was Benedict Mathurin showed up, and he
Yeah.
has not been showing up in his playoffs, and the Pacers have been winning without him.
and
So like, if he shows up, it's a completely different team.
100%. And it was another thing that was noticeable too with the Timberwolves Thunder series that just ended that Jaden McDaniels is an unbelievable defender.
Hmm.
But when he is not guarding SGA, nobody was really stepping up like that. Like the
Yeah.
Pacers have three guys who can step up and guard. When Jaden McDaniels got in foul trouble and he got stepped off the court, or they put Dante DiVincenzo on him, it was like it was SGA had a cakewalk.
Yeah.
So I think the
I
Pacers
also
can do
I don't think I've seen TJ McConnell miss a mid-range pull-up this
Ever.
entire series.
ever.
The disrespect we were just giving to the Pacers getting into the playoffs was wild.
Yeah.
Because
I
but I think
swear. We all had
it's-
them losing to the Bucks. It's so funny.
But it's
I know.
like the point of like again how we've been talking about how the NBA is changing.
Yeah.
Where like the Pacers have Halliburton who's like their star. Then you have Pascal who's like kind of a second fiddle but a strong second fiddle. And then you just have like just solid basketball players.
Yep.
For your next
Yeah.
7, 8 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell is averaging like 10, 4, and 4 in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
And he just
unbelievable.
provides like a spark.
Every-
And Obi Toppin's playing well.
Yeah, Obi Toppin's playing really well. Ben Shepherd coming in playing really good defense
Yeah.
these days, the past couple games. Like they have a good team, but it's one of those things. Can they guard Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns for at home next game? I think so. I think
so.
I think they come out and then it is a Pacers Thunder final, and we'll have another podcast episode come out before the final starts, and we can get in to talk about.
I have a question about that to the both of you really quickly. There's been a lot of discourse about like, oh, it's gonna be a Indiana Oklahoma City final. That's garbage,
Yeah.
and it looks terrible for the NBA, and the viewership's gonna be down. And what do we think about that sort of discussion? About like the viewership going down because of these small market teams being in the final versus like the actual basketball product, which I don't think would be that bad.
I don't think that there's any like discussion to have. Like it's the same point that you're making over the Wizards, right? Like obviously it would be more entertaining for there to be 3 games or 2 games, whatever it is, in Madison Square Garden. But or to have a game 7 in Madison Square Garden. Like that's obviously the most entertaining thing you could have. But with that being said, as a league, you can't change the way the playoffs go. Like then that gets rid of your whole credibility, and then you have people pissed off that you're doing this for ratings and not doing it for the purity of the sport or the love of the sport. So, like as much as like I like me personally would love for there to be, I don't think there's any kind of conversation that can really be had about.
Yeah. I mean, the
Doesn't
better
matter.
basketball team came out of the West. Like the best
Yeah,
basketball team came out of the West. Yeah, the Thunder aren't. I mean, they're a decent organization. Obviously, they're not like the Lakers or the Nuggets, but Thunder play well. They came out. Obviously, Boston and New York are like the two front runners
the
in
East.
the East,
Yeah,
but the better basketball teams have come out on top. Like the Pacers have been playing better basketball than any other team in the East in the playoffs. So yeah, it's like I guess not the best for the entertainment value, but it's one of those things where like if they play a good brand of basketball, people are going to enjoy and watch. Like I personally much rather watch the Pacers play actual team basketball and play and pass and have good chemistry than a give the ball to Jalen Brunson and everybody get out of the way and he'll make a shot at the last second of the shot clock and then come back and play defense. That's just me, but it's one of those things where the better team basketball has won the games. So we'll see how the finals end up, but
Yeah.
good
yeah,
playoffs so far. Better playoffs than it
yeah.
has been in a very long time in the NBA these playoffs.
I agree with that. And I think if if New York finds a way to win Game 6, we won't lose Game 7.
Yeah. Bro, Timothy Chalamet is gonna be off so many at that game, dude. It's gonna
Yeah,
be awesome.
he's become
I
like the
find it
face of the franchise.
it's been awesome.
He's in this
Do
like
you see
league.
Pat McAfee
No.
at game 5 in
No.
no, game 4 in Indianapolis?
What'd he say?
He was super drunk and he got the mic
At the
and
game?
yeah, at the game. This is a crazy clip. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
No.
But he was like, because it was in Indiana, but some of the Knicks fans were there,
Yeah.
and he was like, ladies and gentlemen, we have some celebrities here in Indiana. Let's all give them a big welcome. We have Spike Lee here. And then it pans over Spike Lee and says, we have Ben Stiller here. And they pan over Ben Stiller. He's like, and we have Timothy Chalamet here. And everybody's booing the whole time. And then he goes, let's send these sons of back home to New York. Like on TV.
That
And
is
everybody goes
I
hysterical.
don't see that.
ballistic.
That is
It was
hysterical.
awesome.
Ah,
Oh,
It
that
was
is
so cool. He just
that's
called
too
you're gonna
funny.
bleep this out again, but he called them in front of the entire like stadium. And then
That
Ben Stiller tweeted back at him. He was like, I didn't appreciate that very much. And it was so funny.
that's
I
so
gotta go
funny.
find that.
Is
Yeah, it
game
was
six
awesome.
tomorrow?
Uh,
Yes.
Okay.
Saturday.
So
Saturday the 31st.
yeah, so we will see how that game ends up. Any closing comments before we move on to 20 questions?
no.
Nah, I think I'm ready.
All right, so last week Jaden gave us our 20 questions, and this week Jacob is going to give us our 20 questions person. So I can keep
Yeah,
track
so
of questions and go
I can
ahead.
keep track. I can keep track.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you keep track. You keep track.
So this week we're doing only yes or no questions. And uh I think as we go along doing this podcast and our we increase our ever knowing ball knowledge, we're gonna make these harder. But we're still gonna try to feel out, our level. So
All right.
you guys y'all can start whenever you want.
All right, we'll go back and forth, Jaden and I. So is this NFL or NBA? Or is this an NBA player? Sorry,
Yes, NBA.
NBA. All right.
Uh, did this player play the majority of his career in the East or West?
Yes or no
Not a yes or
questions.
no
Yes or no
question.
questions.
So the majority of this player played the majority of his career in the East.
Yes.
It's still a 50-50 question. Like
Yeah, but you could waste the question if you asked the wrong one. But then you would know the other one. Never mind. That's
that's what I'm
stupid. Sorry.
saying.
Sorry.
Does this player currently play?
Yes.
All right.
Was this player in the playoffs this year?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So that cuts out. Okay, let's think.
So Eastern Conference most of his career.
We don't know if he was in the Eastern Conference
This
year.
year. True. Is this player a multiple time All-Star?
No.
All right.
You're at 5.
Okay.
Do I waste a question on was he in the playoff? Was he in the West this year? Was he in the East this year?
Well, I mean, if you ask, I guess, I mean, that'll cut out 8 teams.
Well, that would cut out half the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have went currently playing and then.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
So did he play in the East this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so didn't make the playoffs, and he was in the East this year. Okay, so my next question to you, Jacob, is this player a guard?
No.
All right,
It is not a guard.
not a guard. Okay.
A guard. So we have currently in the East
And played
not
most
make
of
the
his career in
playoffs.
the East.
Has this player been an All-Star?
No.
It's not an All-Star at all.
Okay. She's not a guard. Should I ask, like, is it a forward? Because if he says no, then that cuts out a lot of people.
Cuts it down to a center.
Yeah. But if he says yes, then I think it cuts out centers, but we have at least a position-ish.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Is this player a forward?
No.
Okay. So it is a
So we have a
center.
center in the East.
Center in the East didn't make the playoffs. And
So we're down to what?
okay, so it's Wizards, Wizards, Nets, Atlanta. I guess they didn't technically make the playoffs.
Yeah, wait. Pause. Rule check. Does the play-in count as the playoffs?
Hold up. Does this count as a question?
No, I'm asking for this is a rules.
That has to count as a question.
How does that count as a question? I don't know what you're defining as playoffs. That's all I'm asking.
Did they play in the playoffs?
So what is the playoffs is my question.
The playoffs is the playoffs.
What defines does the play-in define the playoffs? Because it's a different set of rules and they're different games.
Alex, answer.
So
What do you
you're the
think?
only one that knows how you answer the question.
I'm gonna say that the playoffs is the playoffs.
So not the play-in.
The playoffs is the playoffs. Correct.
Yes.
No, that doesn't answer the question.
Because the playoffs is technically just the 8 teams that make the playoffs. The play-in.
Yes.
So Jacob, I don't know why Jacob can't just answer the question, but
Yeah.
Because it counts as a question.
No, it does not. It's me
All right.
asking
No,
you.
the play-in is not the playoffs. The playoffs is the playoffs.
Okay, so why don't I
The games because
say
okay.
that?
Series that go to 7 games are the playoffs.
Okay, I'm asking
Okay.
you to define it
Okay.
as part of the
Okay.
play.
Okay.
That was my whole question.
Okay.
I might
Because if
keep,
regardless of what side either one of us were on, it changes the outlook of the answer.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep that in. That was funny.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
I don't even remember where we were.
so we were
You're
it's
on question 10.
It's a center that didn't make the playoffs this year that currently plays in the East.
So the play-in
Yes.
teams were allowed to be talked
Yes, so Atlanta, the Wizards, the Nets, the Hornets, the
Should I ask? I think
76ers.
Does the player start? I feel like
That's a
is
great question.
yeah. Does the player start, Jacob?
Sometimes.
Oh, goodness
I thought these
gracious.
were yes or no questions.
Yeah, let me think.
Like,
Let me look because
Sometimes it's crazy.
like that
I
doesn't
mean
give
he
you
does.
any information.
Hold up, let me look at their last couple of games here. Well, let me look at their depth chart. Yes,
He's the starting center on the, well, he does not start
yes,
at either the forward or the or the guard.
yes. He starts.
He starts as a center in the East.
And did not make the
So
playoff.
I okay. Yes,
I feel like we're getting somewhere, Alex.
I think so too. Okay. So
So what teams are we at?
starts. So
Let's go through the
let's
teams.
go through teams. So we got Wizards,
The
we have
Wizards,
Nets, we have
Nets,
Hornets, we have 76ers,
Hornets. We have Hawks,
Hawks.
Raptors,
Yes.
Raptors.
Raptors.
Bucks made the playoffs. Who else
Yeah.
didn't make the playoffs?
you're on question 11. So if you don't get it right now, you don't break the record.
True.
Who's keeping score?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice,
Exactly.
Who's
nice.
keeping
Exactly.
Wow. We
Okay,
gotta have
so
at least one of those per episode.
all right, so
Wizards, Nets,
who else
Hornets,
is
76ers,
because
Raptors. Cavs made the playoffs. They
Cavs
were
made the playoffs. Memphis is in the West.
Memphis is in the West.
Um, I'm just thinking of teams now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have a poll from half court.
okay.
What's the guy's name that was going to get traded from the Hornets to the Lakers?
Oh, um, what's his name? Mark Williams?
Poll from half court. Could you imagine?
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I can't do it. I can't.
Okay, go.
Okay, so my question to you, Jacob,
Yes.
is this center white?
It's a great question.
No.
Okay. So that crosses off the Raptors of Jakub,
Yep.
crosses out the Bulls of Vucevic.
Well, yeah, he's an all-star, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Um, Jacob,
Yes.
what is the best way to? We could just literally go down the list, but I feel like that's boring.
I guess, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean you have
We're
We're
down to
down to
like
8 questions
four
to go.
options.
we're down to four players,
Yeah.
Okay, so you have time.
and I don't know how to separate these guys. Is it Mark Williams?
No.
Okay.
My computer keeps saying your internet is unstable. Yes, I know computer. I'm well aware.
So our options now are the Wizards, the Nets, and the Hawks.
Unless Jacob is doing some cheeky, oh, someone else starts for the Hornets too.
But then it's Nurkic, I think, is the other starter who is white.
Okay. I don't know who the other starter would be for the Hornets. So
Okay, so
I
Jacob,
guess, well, okay, so Alex, I guess what we learned from this is that ask about the team, not about the player right now.
yes, yeah. Ask about the team, not about the player. Okay. How can I go about this?
How many questions do we have left?
7.
7. We got a lot of room for mistakes.
Is
Yes, you
this
do.
player under 6 foot or under 7 foot?
Yes.
He is under 7 foot.
Yes.
Okay, so that crosses out the Hawks and it crosses off the Wizards,
Is
I
Nick
think.
Claxton not 7 feet tall?
No, I don't think he is.
Jacob isn't Nick Claxton. Even though I just broke my whole.
No.
What?
Yeah, see, we messed up somewhere.
What are we missing?
So it's not Nick Claxton.
Is he gonna
You're,
sit here and tell me that
you're
Alex
sure
Sar
that Alex Sarr and Clint
is?
Capella
Are
are
you gonna?
7 feet tall?
Well, Clint Capella is. I know that for a fact. Is he gonna sit here and tell me that Alex Sar is not the starting center for the Wizards and he's a starting power forward and we have someone else starting at center?
Ask a question.
Oh gosh.
How many questions we have now?
You have 14 done. You
6.
6 more.
So I asked one. Okay.
Um, where? How do I go about this, Jaden?
You have 6 questions. You
Yeah.
can ask however
So
you want.
Okay.
we could.
Has
Has,
this
wait, wait,
team?
wait, wait, wait. What are you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, has this team made the playoffs in the last 3 years?
I was thinking something along those lines
Because
too.
then the Wizards are out of the picture.
And then, but that doesn't help us.
Well, the
We
Hawks
know, so
did.
we know it's not. Who's the Raptors' backup center? Let's think about the
There's
back.
there's no way he's doing backup center because he said he started the games. He said he's a
But Jacob
starter.
might be cheating us and saying that he started one game and therefore
No,
he's a starter.
Jakob Podol is the starting center for the Raptors. He started
Like,
damn near every game this
knowing
season.
your brother, he would do something like that to us.
Oh my
Jakob Pertl
goodness.
probably got hurt one game, and now he's gonna say whoever started behind him.
I don't know.
Like, where does Sticks play this time around?
He's
This
on
time,
the he's on the
He's on
Bulls.
the Bulls, I think.
would Jacob do that to us?
But he also hasn't started a game all season. I know he hasn't.
You know that
Man,
for a
I was
fact.
I was I was not planning on this segment taking so long.
Gosh. Did this team make the playoffs in the last 3 years?
Yes.
So then it would. So did the Hornets have made the playoffs in the last 3 years?
No.
The 76ers have. The Raptors have. The
And the
Bulls,
Wizards have not. And the
the
Bulls
Wizards
made
have not,
the Bulls made it last year.
and the Hawks have made it in the last 3 years.
So, but Vucevic is the starting center for the Bulls, so it's not them. So if this is Clint Capella is my only option left. Because he's gonna sit here and say that Embiid, or is it
But Embiid's an all-star.
yes, but or Embiid didn't play half the seasons the
So
half the
who
games this
started for the 76ers this year at center?
I don't know. Yabusele, I guess.
He is like a small forward.
Yeah, but I don't know who started because it wasn't
Who
um the
I
guy
have
who
no
I
idea.
guess.
the guy who stinks. What's his name?
I couldn't even give you a guess who started for 76ers this year.
He's so bad.
How about you
Wait, wait, wait,
figure
wait, 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 wait.
out what
Adam,
team he
Yeah.
played
our
for
last
first?
question was, what team did this team make the playoffs in the last 3 years? And Jacob said
Yes.
no. Jacob said yes.
Jacob said yes.
Jacob said yes. So
Right, Jacob?
Okay.
you said
Yes.
yes, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So the Wizards and the Hornets are gone.
So the Wizards and the Hornets are actually gone.
Okay. So who's left?
We have the 76ers are left.
And it's not the Nets because it's not Nick Claxton.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
Who
it's the
started for the Sixers this year? Or
How
who?
about you ask, is it on the Sixers? You have questions to spare.
I want to know the least amount of questions possible. We're keeping
Well,
score.
it has not been working.
Um. Well, you wouldn't ask me that. So, okay, are they on the Sixers?
No.
Okay. So is it Clint Capella?
I thought we crossed Clint Capella off.
Is it Clint
Bros.
Capella?
Is it Clint Capella?
No.
Okay, so there are
No.
nobody left in the dang league. So
That is
Sixers are
not true.
gone,
That
Hawks are gone, Bulls are gone.
Clint Capella. Does Clint Capella start for the Hawks?
Yes. Or Jacob's gonna say something along the lines of he didn't because he broke his foot for the first like 2 months of the season. He was on my fantasy team. He played almost half the season.
How many questions do we have left, Jacob?
Gosh,
You have three more questions.
who is the starting center
Do we have any? Can we get like a rundown of what we said? Do you
for
have
the
a,
bull for the who's the
get like a
backup
summary?
center for the Hawks?
Wait, Jacob, can we get like a summary? You have a summary? I have
Yeah,
plenty.
so this person is in the East
Was not an all-star.
and he's never made an All-Star and he's under 7 feet and he's a center and he wasn't in the playoffs, but his team's been in the playoffs one time over the last 3 years.
Why did we cross off? Oh, and he's
Bro.
not. And Jacob said he's not white, so that's why we crossed off Vucevic.
And he's not white.
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
So if you look at this team's depth chart right now, this person is their starting center.
so are you gonna sit here and tell me that it's the backup to Clint Capella? Because that is horrible from you.
I don't know who you're gonna have to. No, it's not.
Onyeka Okongwu is the backup center for the Hawks halfway through the season when
He's,
Clint Capella was hurt.
You want to ask a question?
Go ahead, Alex. I don't know whose turn it is, but go ahead.
Is it Onyeka Okongwu?
Oh, Yeko Kongwu.
Get out of
20,
here,
20
dude.
questions.
Oh my goodness gracious. You are kidding me.
We have all
He's
Nope.
listed he's listed as a center.
Oh, Yeko Kongwu, yeah, he's 6'10".
That's not what I asked.
That's yeah. What?
Yes, he's listed as center.
Doubt it.
Oh my, hey, if you Google right now, who started more games at center for the Hawks this year? The answer is Onyeka Okongwu.
This is horrible. I would rather had Aaron Flalo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, good job, Jacob.
Onyeka
Got
Okongwu is the
hey,
starting center for the Atlanta Hawks.
yeah, when Clint Capella's not playing.
And Capella wasn't playing for more than half of the year.
I guess that's true. All right. Well,
Therefore, the starting center was Onyeka Okongwu.
hey, let us know in the comments if you guys got this before 20 questions or got it before we did, because
I hope
that
so.
was harder than I thought it was going to be,
That was
or we just
18
stink.
questions for you guys.
All
But
knowledge.
technically you won.
All knowledge is low around here. This doesn't feel like a great win.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No, I wouldn't consider it a great win.
All right, moving on to our draft. So, like I said before, we're going to spin a wheel of all the NBA teams, and we will create the best team of all time based off of that team. So, for example, spin get Michael Jordan. Even if if it spins again and you get the Bulls, you have to choose someone that played for the Bulls, but it can't be Michael Jordan. So, I will keep track of our things, and I will share my screen and spin the wheel.
Yeah.
This actually really doesn't matter as much this week.
Not really. All
No,
right,
it doesn't.
Jacob with the first pick. It really doesn't at all, but it's just like first spin, I guess.
For
Yeah.
And Jaden with the second pick. So
Of
same
course, the one week that it doesn't matter what pick you get, Alex doesn't. Yeah, Alex is
yeah,
last.
same type of idea with
Yeah, Snake.
snake draft.
Okay.
Can someone else take notes and
Yeah, I
let us know
can.
the teams? All right, spinning for Jacob now. Jacob, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder.
hmm Okay. Uh, I would like to take Kevin Durant at my power forward.
Okay.
Are we once you pick the position, you got to stick with it, or can you move it around afterwards?
You gotta stick with it.
Okay.
Jaden, you have the Los Angeles Clippers.
Um, I will be taking Kawhi Leonard at my 3.
Right? My pick. Oh, goodness. The Grizzlies.
This
Jake
begs
Laravia.
this begs like interesting questions. Like, are there some newer players that are the best players in their franchises already?
Yeah.
Like, I want John Morant at my point guard.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Is that crazy?
Okay.
I want John Morant at my point guard, and I'm
I
gonna.
okay.
I think
Go
I
I
ahead.
guess,
can get.
I guess AI played for the Grizzlies for a
Oh
little
my
bit.
goodness gracious!
Oh,
Is this me?
So that's
go
it's me.
Wizards.
It's
No, it's
me.
Alex.
Oh, it's
But
Alex.
but now the question comes alive: that is it the player that played for that team, or how good they were at that team?
While they were on that team.
Like
Like, are you gonna pick Michael
I
Jordan
want
So
though?
Michael Jordan.
if you take
No,
Michael
but it's
Jordan,
Wizards Michael Jordan.
you get a Wizards Michael Jordan.
Okay, so I am gonna take Gilbert Arenas at my shooting guard.
Oh.
Wow. All-time draft, John Gilbert start.
That's a horrible start, dude. Kings to you, Jaden.
We're getting all terrible teams.
Okay. Um, I guess I'll take Chris Webber.
All right.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
did I miss
No,
somebody?
That just our luck with teams so far.
Jacob
I
Rockets.
will take Hakeem Olajuwon.
Like our luck with teams, not your luck with teams.
And
Oh,
Dallas
dang it.
Oh
Mavericks.
And I
my
can't
goodness.
move KD to my 3 and take Dirk.
No, sir, you cannot.
Okay, so
You
you
put them
have
at my 4.
a slightly less better pick, and I don't even know if it's slightly less.
What? Well, I mean, yeah. I'll take Luca.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
you'll take Luca.
Yeah, like literally what?
Rockets to you, Jaden.
Um, Jacob took Hakeem. I will be taking James Harden at my point guard.
Okay.
I don't love my team, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I want LeBron James at my small forward.
Wow.
We
There
are
you go.
back, guys. We are back.
You
And
are back.
LBJ is off the board across the table
He
now.
is across the board.
Correct.
Oh my goodness, and I want Shaquille O'Neal at my center.
Jeez, that's
Wow, what
We
a
had
round.
we had a good
oh
comeback.
my goodness.
Let's
What a round.
go. Let's go.
All
Oh
right.
gosh, Jaden.
And you took Shaq. I will be taking. This is dangerous. I have my 2 and my 5 left.
Yeah.
This is really gonna question who I think is a better basketball player, Kobe Bryant or Kareem. I got a pure scorer in James Harden, so I'm gonna go Kareem.
All right.
Okay.
And Jacob, these are your last 2 picks.
Yeah.
The Thunder again.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay. I will take SGA at my shooting guard.
I was like, say this is not hard either. Yeah, I think Jacob already kind of runs away with this, unless he gets an awful pick here, which maybe.
Oh geez.
Yeah, maybe that's not a good pick, actually.
Utah Jazz small forward. Who
Oh
are my options here?
like nobody.
I mean, like Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, go ahead and take Gordon Hayward.
I mean, the way your team is constructed, that's actually just not a bad.
No, I don't need really anything. Um, who would be another option for that? Rudy Gay.
That's what I was thinking.
Um, I'll go Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
Okay. Jaden, this is your
All right.
final pick.
We need Mike to save us. Mike gives us a shot.
Oh, the Utah Jazz.
Two, I guess I'll, because Stockton was not a two, obviously. Malone are their best players. Yeah, I guess I will be taking a young Donovan Mitchell to round off my team.
It's not a bad
This
option.
is this is a massive spin here for
Oh
Alex.
my gosh.
At
Tim
the
Duncan
four,
at power
Wow.
forward.
oh my goodness.
Tim Duncan at
Wow.
my
Did he just have
power
the comeback
forward
of a century?
position.
All right, so I can like confidently say my team is out. Like I feel very confident
All
in
right,
saying.
read them front to back, Jacob or Jaden, whoever has the
So
list.
Jacob has Luca at his one, SGA at his two, um, Hayward at his three, Katie at his four, and Akeem at his five. I have James Harden at my one, Donovan Mitchell at my two, Kawhi at my three, Chris Webber at my four, and Kareem at my five. You have Alex, John Morant at your one, Gilbert at your two, LeBron at your three, Tim Duncan at your four, and Shaq at your five.
I win that
I
for
would
sure. I
have
have
to say, in my humble opinion, that Alex would beat you by a lot of points, Jacob.
Yeah, 100%. That was the
that
biggest comeback I've
was
ever seen.
a horrible John Morant Gilbert Arena start into
Dude, you
LeBron
had
Shaq.
Gilbert, and then you got the best at each position
I got the
of all
best
time.
small
Arguably all
forward,
time.
power forward, and center
That
with
could not
my.
have lined up any better for
Oh
you.
my goodness gracious! Because I was low key upset with myself that I didn't get like Elvin Hayes for my wizard, but then I'm
Yeah.
so glad I
No,
didn't
that turned around for you.
because I
That was
have
crazy.
athletic guard, sniper at my two,
Yeah.
LeBron James, Tim Duncan, and Shaquille
If
O'Neal
I who could I have gotten at my three
instead of
to
For you,
instead of Gordon Hayward to beat you?
because the thing is the
I
two
don't think
best
you could.
players outs.
Probably Larry Bird would have been it.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
that might have
What?
been the only one.
What do you mean, Larry
You could have got
Bird?
like a Giannis, maybe,
Oh, I'm saying.
to
Oh,
help
you're
you
saying if you
out.
didn't get the Jazz.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, I mean, instead of Gordon Hayward with the Jazz, like Adrian Dantley and or get
I don't
like
think that would. You needed
But
somebody to
that still
guard
wouldn't have beaten
LeBron.
your
it wouldn't
team.
have beaten my team. I
No,
had the
I would have had
greatest.
to have taken Larry Bird or
Yeah,
Giannis or something like that.
yeah. I had the best three spins in the history of spins.
Yeah, that was insane.
Wow. I'll take my win. I'll take my win.
Congratulations.
We
So
haven't.
for those who are keeping score, do we have an updated?
The
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
we haven't. Who won last week? We were going to tell the viewers who won last week.
I think you.
I think I did too. Based off of everybody who texted me and the comments, I think I
Yeah.
won the cartoon tables.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
The comments on TikTok were saying you won,
And text and
Aaron,
stuff.
yeah,
or comments on.
a couple of our friends texted a couple of comments on TikTok and on the channel. So if I won last week
Okay,
and I won this week, I now I'm up to 3 wins.
I
So
think I think
there
it's
you go.
3-3-2.
it's 3-3-2.
Yeah.
Way to
What
be,
a what
Alex.
a
Are you
comeback.
in three in a row too?
No, I won.
No.
Really?
He's
What
won
did
three out of the last four.
I won 3 out of the last 4.
Wow.
Well, with an asterisk because of my football team that you
Yeah, yeah, that football one.
got.
So dude, I was getting scared that I'm the host of the Who's Keeping Score podcast and was going to be the worst drafter in the history of drafts. Like it was
Well, that one didn't have a ton of skill involved,
this one, no,
but
not at all, not in the
that's
slightest.
okay.
But let me know in
All
the
right.
comments if you guys would have chosen anybody different from each spin. But
Yeah,
besides
yeah.
besides that, we are moving on to. I'll start us off with the sports trivia. So
Okay.
this question is on the easier side of trivia, so I'm going to give you guys 2 strikes instead of 3 this week.
Okay.
And
That's startling.
we have the top 11 because that's what I saw. Top 11 most sold jerseys in this past regular season. So the 2024-2025 season, what players sold the most jerseys and you have top 11?
Okay. I think Stephen Curry will be this answer for the next 20 years still. We'll be in this conversation. So Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry in the 2,
Braun.
Bron in the 3,
Jokic.
Jokic in the 10.
Ooh, getting low on that.
Tatum.
Tatum in the 4.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant is your first strike.
Oh my goodness, my bad.
All right, we should start deliberating.
Yeah,
Um, okay. Do we think SGA?
I mean he's the MVP. Like I feel like
SGA.
yeah,
SGA in the 9.
that's low too.
You have 2 through 4. You just don't have 1.
What do we have?
2, 3, 4, 9, 10.
So 5, 6.
Luka, Jaden?
Yeah.
Luca in the 1 by a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
New Laker.
Okay.
Um,
Oh shit.
Brunson, we think.
Yeah. Yeah, I
New
do
York's a
actually.
big market.
Brunson in the 5.
Okay. Dang, Kevin
This
Durant
past year.
with the huge.
Giannis?
Yeah, I like that.
Giannis in the 11. You guys have 3 left. You have 6, 7, 8 left.
Giannis being low, scary. No way, Halliburton, right?
No. No, 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 no.
No way.
No.
Wemby.
No. Yes. Good.
Let's get a Wemby.
Wemby in the 6.
Embiid?
Oh, I don't
You
know.
think?
This is what you said. Jersey sales the past year.
Yep, in the 2024
If it was
2025
like
season.
3 years ago or 2 years ago, I would have said LaMelo Ball, but I don't
Oh,
think I don't know if he's there. You think Anthony Davis is there?
I love an Anthony Davis. Is there anybody obvious we're missing though? Because I feel like now we're definitely
Probably.
in the probably not Devin Booker
No, Donovan
anymore.
Mitchell, probably not.
Maybe.
I would say Anthony Davis over both of those people.
What would you say? Who did you just say? I'm
Embiid.
not forgetting. Embiid. You say yeah. In the past year, I think Sixers fans have probably burned the
Yeah, that's what I'm
Embiid jerseys,
saying.
honestly. Yeah, I like Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
He
he
just
was
got
in
traded
the
too.
news.
Let's get Anthony Davis, Alex.
And that is going to be the game. Anthony Davis
Oh, what?
is not there.
So how many
Wow.
we missed? 7 and 8?
You're missing 7 and 8.
Can we get one more strike?
Go
Yeah, give
ahead.
us one more
Go
strike.
ahead.
Have we said it? Have we said a name yet?
No.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Well,
We're
I didn't guess
missing.
any other people. TJ McConnell. No.
It won't be any like probably not Russ anymore. Probably not Dame anymore. Probably not Chris
Yeah, who's like a
Paul.
new Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards.
James
Anthony
Harden,
Edwards. Anthony
maybe.
Edwards.
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards. Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards.
In the 7. And you guys have 1 left.
That was not.
Yeah, that was obvious. Big market.
Kawhi, not Kawhi.
No. Like I want to say Paolo, but it's not Paolo.
No
Um,
way.
Cade Cunningham. No.
Need a guess. Need a guess.
Yeah, I know. You need to guess.
I'm trying to think of some more big markets.
Chet. No. We
Did
said
we said Tate. What about Jalen Brown? Boston's a huge market.
um. If you think so, I don't know. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like there are better people than
You think it could be Donovan Mitchell?
I like Donovan Mitchell better than Jalen Brown.
And that is going to be final game.
Wait,
Okay.
that was
I don't think we guessed anything, but
Oh,
we
sorry.
were kind of talking amongst ourselves.
I don't like Donovan Mitchell anymore.
Neither do I.
Well, it's not. So
Who is in our face that we're missing?
Yeah, Alex, is this like super obvious?
it's the least obvious on the list, probably.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Nick Batum. Is it James Harden?
I said James Harden's name before.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Um,
Shot clock time is almost coming.
yeah.
Right.
Guess something. Guess something.
Um, Give me a team.
Anybody who was good.
But we've already said a lot of names that are have been crossed off, I'm pretty sure. Have we since said the name, Alex?
No.
We still have not even said
Oh,
the
geez.
like. Oh, Kyrie.
Oh, good guess.
Kyrie.
Yeah, yeah.
That is going to be the final game.
I'm okay with that guess though.
Who was it?
Does this remind you of anything?
Oh, it's Ja. That's
John
dumb.
Morant in the 8.
Yeah, we should have guessed Ja.
So the final list,
Hmm.
top to bottom, is Luca in the 1, Steph in the 2, LeBron in the 3, Tatum in the 4, Brunson in the 5, Wemby in the 6, Anthony Edwards in the 7, John Morant in the 8, SGA in the 9, Jokic in the 10, and Giannis in the 11.
We should definitely should have guessed Ja, which is kind of annoying.
I wouldn't
But
think that
I
there'd be more jersey sales of Ja than Kevin Durant, though.
yeah,
Like,
that's definitely questionable.
there are a lot of people that we said that I would think would have higher jersey sales than Ja.
So, all right, moving into non-sports trivia. I found our sports trivia, but I found a really good non-sports trivia that I want to do this week as well. So this week's non-sports trivia is top 10. I'll give you guys 3 strikes. This is top 10 most valuable brands in the world as of 2025 on the Forbes.
Like clothing brands,
It
or
is no, just brands.
so
Oy,
like
oy.
fast food
Okay.
restaurants is a brand.
Yes, sir. This is by
Any
Forbes.
company.
Any company. And don't
Okay.
think
Any
too hard.
company.
Don't think
So
too
you
hard about
think
this.
McDonald's?
That's what I was thinking.
McDonald's is in the 10.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
All
Again,
right.
don't think too hard about this.
Nike.
Don't think too hard about this. Nike. Let's get a Nike, Alex.
That is strike 1. Again,
All right.
don't think too
What do
hard
you
about
mean?
this.
Don't think too hard.
You know exactly what I mean.
Kellogg.
I feel like when you're looking at it from the answers, it's easy to see how these are like gettable guesses,
100%.
but the range of possibilities are just
Yes.
too wild or too big.
Think of
Oh,
very, I guess, rich individuals.
Okay.
like,
Yes. Okay. Amazon.
Amazon in the 4.
okay.
Microsoft.
Microsoft in the 3.
Apple.
Apple in the 1.
Tesla.
Mm.
Okay. No. I didn't guess that.
Coordinate now. So you
Oh,
have
yeah.
Okay.
Let's slow it
you
down,
have
Jacob. Let's
you have
slow it
Apple
down.
in the 1, Microsoft
Okay.
in the
So
3, Amazon in the
I
4,
like
McDonald's in the
when
5.
I'm thinking about stuff, I wouldn't consider that a brand.
What would you
Like
consider
these
that?
are like
A
Fortune 500
a company.
companies.
Okay,
Yeah.
company.
An entity.
Okay, so company, brand. It's listed as brand, but
So is this like okay? Okay.
so you have
Google.
Apple in the 1, so Google in the 2.
Google.
So Apple
Yes.
in the
Okay. So
1.
this is just like this is most expensive stock prices. This is
Yes,
what
that's
this
the
question
whole.
is.
It's most valuable companies.
Okay.
So it's
Okay. So I was thinking about it wrong.
Apple in the 1, Google in the 2, Microsoft in the 3, Amazon in the 4, and McDonald's in the 10.
McDonald's.
Okay.
What are highly traded?
And you guys have 0. I'll give you guys 0 strikes because you thought about it differently at the beginning.
Yeah. Do you have any guesses, Jay?
All the obvious ones that came to me kind of rattled off.
Um,
You said, and I said we should get 7 out of 10. So we're
I
at
think
four,
so. Yeah. You guys are at 5.
5.
You've got the top 4 and 10.
Did we get the? Did we get 5? We thought we were gonna get.
Yes.
Okay.
that's it. Those are the only things you thought we were gonna get?
No,
No, five
five
out of
out of the
seven.
seven I thought you were gonna get.
Oh,
They said Microsoft.
Facebook, whatever Facebook is, Meta, whatever.
Facebook is in the five.
That's a great pull, Jacob.
Okay. Um, what is like Johnson
What?
and Johnson?
A family company.
It is. Uh, you think there's like a chip, like Intel, or
I could not tell you.
or health company like Nvidia, or
I will tell you now that it is bigger brands than that. It is bigger companies than that.
okay.
We
Um,
still have more tech industry.
There's one more tech industry.
so we said what? Apple,
Apple, Microsoft.
Microsoft, Google, Facebook. Those are the big four. Bang.
Why are we still missing? We should have six right
You
now.
said we're missing one tech
You
one,
guys are missing one more tech one.
and it's not Tesla.
No.
Um, gosh, this is making us look so bad. Uh, have I said it yet?
No.
Okay.
It wouldn't
Is
be.
it is it like a downloadable thing?
I mean,
Twitter.
no. That is
Did I
strike
say
one.
Twitter?
Yeah, no.
That's gonna
That's
be strike one. What I don't know what you mean by downloadable. It's like
Like, is an application that you go to.
no. It's a
Okay.
company.
Right, but we've listed everything. Everything we've listed
Like,
so far has been a downloadable thing.
well, I guess it is. It's similar to all the other tech ones that you've said. What do you mean? You
Right,
had
that's
what
what
do you
I'm
mean?
saying.
What do you mean? Is like Apple? What do you mean download?
Facebook, Facebook, Amazon, Google, like those are all websites, like things that you go to online.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes to that. Then
what are we missing?
Like, I mean, my guess would have been Tesla or Twitter because
Yeah,
now they're one and the same. So I don't know. Can you hint us, please?
for which one? The tech one?
No, non-tech. I'm tired
Okay,
now.
so you have one more like food slash drink related.
Yeah,
Coke.
It's either Dunkin' or Starbucks, Jaden.
Mm,
It's not either of those.
Uh,
I was thinking Coke.
What? Oh, yeah, good.
Coca-Cola in the
Yeah,
six.
yeah, yeah. That's good.
So now
Okay.
you have a fashion brand, a tech company, and I guess, movies.
There's no way it's.
Netflix?
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
Netflix.
No, I don't think it'll be Netflix, Jacob. I think it'll be like Disney or like I think Disney or
Oh,
Netflix.
Disney.
Like the
Duh.
entirety of
Disney's
Disney.
definitely on there.
Disney in the seven.
Yes. Stupid Jacob Krause. Golly. What an idiot.
There's the
Don't.
seven I thought you were gonna get.
Wow. What a
Okay, we have a
You guys
okay.
have two left.
clothing brand.
Yeah,
Clothing.
clothing.
Um, I like. Do I like
And it wasn't Nike.
No.
a clothing brand that's what clothing brand does a lot of different things? Would be my thought of how to kind of
Yeah.
tackle.
Correct. Um,
Or unless they
oh
just sell
yeah.
their prices, they sell their product at a super high mark.
Is it
Not
like a department store or is it a clothing brand?
Clothing. Like,
like a Ralph Lauren, like that kind of vibe.
would
Or
you
is it
say
like a Macy's or
it
some
is
shit?
not like a Macy's?
Okay.
Like a Ralph Lauren.
Yes, similar concept.
I wonder if is it like luxury, you think?
What are we playing? 20 questions
Yeah,
again?
I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about the tech company.
I know that's gonna eat at you.
Um, what is the Alex, what does the tech company focus in besides tech?
uh, they have they have phones. They have. I think they now have refrigerators.
Oh,
Maybe
Is it
Samsung?
Samsung in the 8.
Wow. You kind of just gave us the answer, but that's
it's a
okay.
phone?
Yeah, I mean, at
Um,
this point,
Samsung in an 8. So are we only missing the clothing store?
you're only missing the clothing store.
Is it gonna be like Louis? Like Louis
That's what
Vuitton,
that's like Louis, Gucci, something like that, but I don't think it is one of those.
Gucci?
Is it something like in every mall or is it more online focused?
Um, I would say there it's at a mall, but like,
What would be your reaction to Jacob wearing this clothing? Like if Jacob walked in wearing a piece of this clothing.
oh, I'd be like, what in the world are you doing? Like, not really, I guess. I'd be like, where did you come about wanting one of these?
Where'd you come about wanting one of
Is it
these?
like a specific type of clothing?
No, 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 no. But they
Uh,
like, I mean, yeah, they do. They don't do just. I guess they don't just do clothes. I guess. I mean, they do like accessories of
like I love Louis. Can we get a Louis Vuitton, Alex?
Louis Vuitton in the 9.
Wow.
Louis in the 9.
Good job.
So it is Apple in the 1, Google in the 2, Microsoft in the 3, Amazon in the 4, Facebook in the 5, Coca-Cola in the 6, Disney in the 7,
Wow.
Samsung in the 8, Louis Vuitton in the 9, and good old McDonald's in the 10.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Well,
And
Well,
that is our non-sports trivia of the day. Yeah, when I should have started, I guess, with companies slash brands, but the list just said top 10 brands. And then as soon as you said Nike, I was like, there are definitely better options there. So I'm gonna have to reword this a little bit.
yeah, that was tough.
Um, but that concludes episode 8 of the Who's Keeping Score podcast. We'll see who wins game 6 tomorrow with the Knicks and the Pacers. But let us guys, let us know what you guys thought about this week's draft, this week's 20 questions, and let us know how you guys did in the trivia this week.
But thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you soon. It's for a finals preview, and leave a comment saying whatever you want to say, really.
Yep, yep, yep. We'll see you guys in episode 9.
guys, next week.